that yeah,
Okay.
I feel like I'm in the middle. I'm in between. I'm like AI
Yeah.
is cool. We should keep going, but at the same time, you're like AI. We should stop it. I feel like I'm in the middle. Hey everybody, and welcome to my podcast AI with Alex. And today we have Scofield with us, and we're going to talk about the new Devin AI. So before we get started, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Hello, everybody. How you guys doing today? It's really nice to be on the podcast with Alex. Really awesome. I'm Scofield. I consider myself a futurist. I like to talk about everything that has to do with AI. I'm a software developer, and I'm also a content writer. So yeah, that's just about me.
Great, nice. So now let's get started. For people who don't know about Devin AI, it's made by Cognition AI. It's actually they claim it's the first AI software engineer, and it can do really cool things. First of all, like if you read my article, I'll post in the description. It basically can write code. It can actually plan like what it's going to put before it actually does it, and the performance is crazy compared to the competitors. It has like around I think 13 of the
Yeah.
SWE. Yeah, and it's really cool. These claims, Schofield. Do you think these are true? Because I heard from your article you think like AI is bad. So yeah.
I also read the articles. Yeah, Devin has a lot of possibilities, and that's true because of. But what is what is currently still in the making stage is different from what gets online when we get to actually use it. So it's different from what we actually get to use. But there's a whole lot of possibility out there, and we do hope we get to see the actual project when it gets online.
Yeah, so what I think about Devin AI, it has really cool features and it seems really nice.
Hmm.
But what I think is the first the first AI or first in general, the first thing in a category, for example, the first smartphone, it's going to be the worst smartphone because as more and more things and updates keep going to that space industry, they're going to evolve and get better. So Devin AI, as impressive as it is, it's at its worst right now, and it's going to improve and get better, if that makes sense. I see. I think Devin AI is it has great potential. It could just be another AGI robot AI that companies are creating. But I mean, based on the claims of Cognition AI, I feel like Devin AI is actually going to be revolutionary and change the way that developers code. But as I said before, because it's the first, it is the worst in the saying. So there are a lot of things that are bad about Devin AI. For example, it only has a 13.86. It might seem impressive compared to the competitors, but that's like an around 86, 87% that they cannot do. If you don't know what an SWE means, it basically is. Let me search it up. Yeah, we have to determine the cap of what what Devon AI will reach before it eventually like dies out and there's a new AI. Yeah, I remember when like ChatGPT came out, everybody was saying, "Oh, this is going to replace developers. Like this is the end for developers." And now look, like there's still developers out, and actually developers are using ChatGPT to make their lives easier. So now everybody is saying that Devon AI is going to like change the game for developers, and that's going to take their jobs. But if everybody said about ChatGPT, well, now I'm a bit spectacle because they're saying it about Devon AI, and yeah, it's we don't we can't really trust what people are going to say about it, because what if it's not true? We With the current information we have now, we can only trust other people's opinions about it. Yeah, I remember watching this one YouTube video about how AI is like taking over the world, in a sense that people are being more dependent on AI, and it's making people more like lazy. And like, for example, I literally just like a day or two ago, I tried to create a website only using ChatGPT 4. And I mean, it was okay, but it lacks the creativity of a person, and it lacks the originality. And while I was coding, and I was like, wow, imagine the future is so good that it can make websites and code in general so creative and original. As AI becomes more and more more and more advanced, I feel like it's going to be harder to differentiate between human and AI, which will cause people to be like, why would I do this by myself? Why would I spend hours, days, or even months doing something when I can just type a few words and AI can do it? And I feel like if you just like hop on the AI train now and start making AI, like in the future, it's people are going to, the more useful it is, and the more it can replace people's like jobs. In terms of that, it's going to like you're gonna make a lot of money. So I've noticed a lot of AI powered websites are charging people, because they know that if I start charging now, then when my AI is like really good, people are going to realize they cannot do without it, and I'm going to charge them, and I'm going to make a lot of money. And you see left and right, like people are just buying. Like, there's this one AI, and I think my family member actually bought a monthly subscription to use it, and it's been so helpful. I think it's this Canva subscription. Yeah, it's really helpful, but it's not exactly replacing. Yeah, so leaning more onto humans being more dependent on others, on AI, Devin AI got actually can replace people, based on the demos, because they did this one Upwork. Like, normally, if the audience doesn't know, Upwork is this place where you can ask people to do things for you, and you actually get paid to do it. And with the demos, Devin actually did something from start to finish, and did something on Upwork that would have taken like a real developer, would have really struggled through it, and Devin AI just did it in like a couple like hours. It was incredible. Junior developers are going to and entry-level developers are going to suffer from the AI wave. I think that's true, because first of all, junior developers are low experienced, and for companies, they don't want to pay like $100,000 per person, and for unexperienced people, for each and every developer. So they want, instead of paying like a bunch of money per year, why do that when there's an AI that's actually much more better, is on a higher level, and it's cheaper. So there's already like companies ready to pay a lot of money, not a lot, but you know what I mean, just to replace their developers with a smarter and better AI. But I mean, AI is not original at all. So if I feel like the best path for developers is to be an entrepreneur. Instead of being replaced by all these companies that don't care about them, they should start by making their own company, and maybe getting their money back by maybe making an AI like Devin AI, and creating all other companies. Because developers, for pretty much every single business, you need a developer in order to make it successful. So for a developer, Why hire someone to do something for you when you're literally the person for the job? So I feel like developers have need to like get like using a start using AI not to compete with them but to integrate with them and make. And the ones that actually do like use AI to make them better instead of being lazy and like using AI just to do their work, use their skills, their knowledge, and with AI, and to make them. I feel like those developers are going to make it, and I feel like those developers that are just left behind in their job, those those especially junior developers are going to be like swept away by AI and get replaced by cheaper, better, and faster AI. So, yeah. So about that, on the topic of AI, let's talk about ASI. For viewers that don't know, ASI is a theoretical, it's not out yet. It's an AI system that surpasses human intelligence, which means it's smarter and it has a consciousness, it has a smarter emotional intelligence, and it has great cognition skills. OpenAI says that they're actually aiming towards ASI, and it's likely to come out in 30 years or around that time after AGI. And actually, I think there's a I searched it up. There's a petition to stop AI development. I'm pretty sure thousands of people have signed it to stop AI companies saying, don't do this. AI needs to stop because let's really think about it. Is AI actually being beneficial to everybody? Like I feel like we're basically digging our own hole in terms of
Mhm.
we're just already creating our own demise. And
Mhm.
some people actually believe that we need to stop this. What I think though is I think that I think it's cool. First of all, the AI right now, the new technology and the future technology that will come. It's really cool, really great. But I do agree with some people and some extent that we're basically creating our own our how do I say it? Our own grave
Oh,
in terms of
our
we are
monster.
just. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
Now, I say probably we're creating our own monster.
Yeah, creating our own monster, yes. Because now, as AI gets more and more capable, when ASI comes, people are worried that, oh, wait, what if this AI wants to, take over the world or something
Mhm.
similar to that? We are just, we're just we're creating our own monster. I think, though, it's cool, but we're going to have to set AI ethics or AI for good. We're going to need to teach the future models about AI ethics, and when we do get our ASI, we're going to need. Well, actually, this is kind of hard because they'll be smarter than us. We're gonna have to contain
Yeah.
it in a way so
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I feel like I'm in the middle. I'm in between. I'm like, AI
Yeah.
is cool, we should keep going, but at the same time, they're like, AI, we should stop it. I feel like I'm in the middle, where it's cool, we should keep going because it's advancing, it's really nice, but we should set constraints for the AI. What I'm saying is, we should reach a point where we're like, okay, this is good, we should stop now, like other people have right now. Yeah.
Another point is there is no benchmark. There is no when we get to this point, this is where we're gonna stop.
Yeah.
It is just like an ongoing process. It's a loop. We keep going and going. How far can we go? I think I'm gonna come with the biblical context, the Tower of Babel. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. How far can we actually get to? Okay. So my point is, AI is good, no kidding. But who are the people going to set up the ethics committee, the same people who really want to use AI for the entire demise of everybody. So talking
Yeah.
about setting up the ethics committee is saying the same thing because we still need it's still using the same set of people who believe AI should keep on going and see how far they can get out of it. For me, you who really want AI to be used for the good of mankind, we are not in the majority in context to people who really want to see how far it can get to. And that is the scare for most of us who believe there is a point we're going to get to where humanity has to take a back seat, okay? And then let AI, okay? I think we had that discussion. It's really funny one. I'm going to share it out here, okay? And then we're going to have statehood AI taking control of the job. So I'm going to have my own personal AI that does my job. And then when it's paid salary, or when it's paid for the month, it gives me the money and we both share it. Kind of, it's really funny ideology, but I believe AI is getting really, really, really intelligent. And if they are far more intelligent than
Yeah.
us, who said that they couldn't take over the entire world? Really important point to keep in mind.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Yes, the people are worried that it's the AI, because AI is rapidly changing and it's getting smarter and smarter every minute and every
Mm-hmm.
second, and people are worried that it's in the wrong hands. Like, are we really, like, do we really want the fate of the world resting on a couple of people who just want to make money? Like, for example, Elon Musk with his Neuralink company. Like, do we
Mm-hmm.
really want, like, the future of the world where we have brain chips in our heads and it's the new form of technology? Do we really want that in our minds? The same person who literally does, like, is Elon Musk, like Twitter,
Yeah.
X. And so what I think is that's 100% true. And what we really need to do now is there's we can't really stop it because there's two types. It's basically a situation where we have, it's either don't use AI and be left behind, job replaced by
True.
AI people, or AI that people who use AI or AI in general, or do you want to be the person who has to basically sign their soul away to all these companies and use these AIs and or the AIs in general replacing other people? And some I would say this is unfair, because but what choice do we really have? Like, if you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like,
Yeah, absolutely.
why
What choice do we have?
why yeah, why do we even need to, like, I mean, like, why I against all these, like, say don't do it? It's because people think, like, we do have a choice, we do have a say. I'm just saying that as it's we can't really stop AI advancing. It's gonna keep going, and what we really have to do is we kind of have to hope for the best and try to see
True.
if we can integrate AI in our lives and make it better for everyone before it's too late. And yeah, so I feel
True.
like AI in general, we're going to need to think about the ethics, and society needs to think about the ethics of AI, and even AI too. We all need to learn about AI ethics and what's good and what's not. And yeah. So I mean, in the future, where an AI is so advanced and it's like so um talented that, and like, it could do so many things. Like, if it ends up in the wrong hands, which it could, um it's going to be really bad. For example, there's like, oh man, there's so many AI that has potential to do good, at the same time potential to do bad.
Mm-hmm.
And thinking about Tay, have you heard of that one AI Microsoft released on Twitter like a couple years ago? And if you haven't heard of it, it's basically this AI that it was for an experiment. That it's an AI that talks to people and stuff, and people were using. Society was like telling it was making Tay racist and telling it to say things and do things that was
Mm-hmm.
not very ethical. So, one of my main concerns is about society. Like, when all these advanced AI comes, we have to teach society to about the ethics and what could happen. Like, I feel like people are saying, "Oh, it's the singularity. AI is going to take over the world," but it's actually AI is actually going to is actually it's not going to take over the world. It's going to be influenced by human flaws, and
Mm-hmm.
AI will never be perfect. It will never be biased because the creators of these AI could be extremely biased, could be extremely unperfect, and I feel like that combined with AI ethics and everything we talked about before, it could lead us to our end of humanity if we don't really do something about it.
Definitely. We are extremely close to the next chapter of AI, according to a lot of future and developers, and then talking about recently, and Google is doing making so much more in the area of quantum computers, and that's a discussion that's really going to pull AI into the very next level. Okay, and I believe with the fusion of both of them, we will have extremely smart and extremely intelligent computers and AIs and the
Yeah,
rest of them. But I just hope, like you said, I hope that we could really find a good structure and a good policy or outline to follow, so we don't end up with dangerous and monsters and we create it with our own hand.
yeah,
So that is just what I believe should be the criteria. I also think that even before we get to this point, we should start talking about it. And I think this is really important, having people talk about it, talk about what are the pointers that should be put in place to make sure that we don't get to a point where a point of no return. Okay, we are
yeah,
moving faster than the knowledge gap is growing is going faster than we can actually catch up with. And there is a need for us to have clear cut benchmark and say this is exactly how we should develop going forward. These are the things we should do and don't do, and hope that we all agree to it and keep to it so we don't end up destroying ourselves. Because while the benefits of this super AIs are really interesting, really dynamic, and really creative, and they're going to help mankind,
yeah,
and that's true. But we should not in any way ignore the the capability to do terrible things as well, and it's like a two-edged sword. Okay, and both
yeah,
sides are extremely sharp, and so we should be careful. We should take time to review what we do next, and I think more calls should be made and more letters should be written to Congress and to those really in charge for us to have proper outline, and we shouldn't try to interfere only when it is very late. I think we should start talking about it, start implementing policies now to make sure that
yeah.
we all keep mankind safe for the futures and the futures to come.
Yeah, but I agree with you that we should do something now, do something about it now before but waiting for it and when it's too late later. And yeah, thanks for being in my podcast. And I
Mm-hmm.
think we're going to have a start closing it now. And
Absolutely.
this is AI with Alex, and I'm Alex, and my guest is Scofield. And We'll see you next time. And do you have any last words about
Yeah,
Devin AI? Yeah.
yeah. I think I can't wait to see what it can do. I can't wait to test it out. I can't wait to see the next level of where we can reach with some AI. And I'm really excited for the future. And I do hope we do it all for the good of mankind. And that is really what I really hope for.
Yeah. Thank you for being on my podcast again.
Yeah.
Bye.
Nice to be here. Yeah. Take care.
Yeah, bye. Thanks everybody for listening to my podcast. Make sure to like this podcast and subscribe so you get notified when I post a new podcast. And also make sure to share with family members and friends about Devin AI. And as always, I'm Alex and I will see you later.